absolutely incredible. There are so many people here. I think we've counted about 220. And I think the thing that really stands out this year compared to other years is the real demographic spread. You know, we've got people, you know, as young as 2. There's a little 2-year-old girl that's really adorable chatting away and things, all the way up to a woman, Mary, all the way from Aberdeen, who's 95, who'd come on the train this morning just to be with us today.
I just think it's really important that we take the one day to remember those voices that are never spoken about, the ones that have been lost to abortion for 50 odd years, that we make sure that the public know that they're not forgotten. We stand up and we say that we're there for women in those really difficult situations, that we love them both, and that we want to make sure that there's support for women.
Well, it's especially important to have the public witness of the pro-life issue, especially because the voiceless in society, they're left behind almost every day.
I think what we see currently going on in the government and just the push for no protection of unborn children is unacceptable. I think women are scarred by abortion, physically and mentally, and I think very few people talk about it.
Just want to be part of the pro-life movement on the street. I think we're often demonised, presented as some sort of fringe movement. There's this huge crowd of people. It's really encouraging for us to all be together, and I think it's a great witness to the truth of the value of the unborn.
We believe in the importance of looking after the vulnerable people, which is from the unborn right till natural death. We think that's really important, and we felt we had to be here today, even for a short time. We didn't think we would make it, but we just felt compelled to get on a bus and come here and join everybody else for a great witness for life.
I heard about this from word of mouth and thought it would be great to come and support.
I think it's just something I feel quite strongly about, and I think for women it's a terrible thing that abortion is seen as just the only option, and so to try and just, I suppose, stand up for life and for God's love.
On this coming Tuesday we have a debate in the Scottish Parliament about the buffer zones, and as far as I'm concerned it is really a debate about abortion. The buffer zones are part of the issue, but it's people are against or people are promoting abortion, and a few of us, I'm afraid, just are going to be opposing it. So I'll plan to vote against the bill. I'm hoping to speak in the Parliament on Tuesday. So that's the timing was quite interesting, so I was particularly keen to come this year. But it's great turnout, and there seem to be a lot more people this year on our side and fewer on the other side.
Last time I came there was a lot of people here, and oh my goodness, it's just like down the whole street this time, so it's really encouraging to see that. And I think a lot of the things that have been sort of happening in the pushes and legislation and things like that have brought people out, because I think this is something they need to kind of stand up about.
There's one thing I noticed with this year specifically was people would just walk, oh, what are you doing? Next thing they grab a placard and they join. One young man, he was on his way to the gym, and you know, he's now, instead of going to the gym, he spent an hour and a half with us here.
Well, we'd support pro-life, obviously. We would believe that, you know, a human being's a human being from conception, you know, and it's ridiculous to try and pretend otherwise, and it seems to be a very vital thing, you know. If you protect life there, you'll have respect for life everywhere, respect for everybody.
Well, I think that abortion was legalised in 1967, and now in the UK we have abortion for any reason up until the 24th week of pregnancy, and abortion up until birth in other cases. I mean, when you look at the recent policies in the UK, they push for buffer zones to block pregnant women from receiving support, pills by post, where women are now receiving abortion pills in their own house and performing their own abortions, and now we even have pushes for abortion decriminalisation, which means abortion until birth for any reason. I think that there's a huge turnout here today, and what it says is that people in this country have had enough with extreme abortion laws.
So encouraging to see so little people advocating for abortion to be healthcare. As we know, they're just sugarcoating it and hiding behind euphemisms. Most people have common sense, and they know that abortion destroys an innocent human life. And people over there behind me, as you can see, are hiding behind euphemisms such as abortion is healthcare, that, you know, women need abortion to feel safe. And as women, actually, we cannot buy our liberation by the blood of our children.
It's a fabulous turnout today. This shows really that the people who really are passionate about the right to life are on our side. Most of society, sadly, just goes with the flow, but you can see the number of people here. That this turnout is enormous, as opposed to the tiny number of people who are the pro-abortionist supporters here. So this really encourages us that if we mobilise ourselves, we can make a difference, and that's what SPUC's trying to do: bring people together and work to make this a better society that respects all life. And I'm sure the future looks good based on this, even though we're in a dark position when we look at what's happening in Parliament. But these are the people who will change things for the better for the future.